Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. This is for the week ahead for the 22nd to the 28th of March 2021. Just before I get into the reading for this week and talk about the astrology this week, just to let you know, I'm having a little sale on at my Gemstone jewelry store. So I'll just show you. Here are some of the, well, I'm wearing these ones at the moment, but these are not available at my store. These are my own ones that I've made, but I'm showing you because this is what they're like. Gemstone bracelets made from different types of gemstones, all really good quality gemstone stretch bracelets with mostly sterling silver charms, and it will tell you in the description what gemstones I've used. If you go to my online store, I'm actually having a sale there at the moment with 10% off my whole shop, and I do ship internationally as well. So go to www.etsy.com/shop/Starlight Gemstones. The link will actually be below this video if you'd like to take advantage of the 10% off and get yourself a gemstone bracelet. I also talk about in the listings the properties of the stones used as well, so you can know, what kind of influences they have on the subtle energetic level. All right, guys, so it's Aries season this week. So we have, and I did mention this last week because it actually kicked in from yesterday, which if you're in Australia, that's Sunday, and the sun moved into Aries yesterday. So that hits off the equinox, which is, obviously if you're in the northern hemisphere, that's springtime for you guys, and the southern hemisphere where I am in Australia, that's autumn. So it's the change of season, and the start of the astrological year with Aries. So a lot of powerful energy when the sun goes into Aries and it's the equinox. You can find that during the equinox times that or the solstice equinox or the solstice, there's very powerful influences that happen. A lot of destined change can happen at this time. Obviously a lot's going to depend on your personal astrological chart and transits, but a lot of people do experience that, especially if you've got a lot of cardinal points in your chart or cardinal signs. For this time around, if you've got a lot of Aries energy in your chart, you can find that this time period is really key for you. And there's a lot of fired up energy. Obviously Aries being a fire sign, there's a lot of strong energy of initiative, of moving forward now, of wanting to take action and just push forward in your life. So you may be in more of a state now with these influences going on, with Venus conjunct the sun in Aries all week actually. So Venus and the sun will be conjunct all week when it comes to things like what your desires are, where you're headed in your life, what you need. Aries is not about so much what I desire, it's what I need. And that energy is very strong, so you may feel this is what I need to move forward towards that, and have the courage to, because Aries is a very courageous energy like Leo, and it will help to give you a bit of that fire to push you forward. And especially if you are in Aries, this is a very, very key time for you of change, of positive change, and of having the courage to make changes and push forward. Okay, so with the sun and Venus together, it's very passionate energy for relationships as well, and for the energy of finding your path forward for your relationships and for your own individual path and your creative projects as well, because Venus is about creativity, it's about finances. So making your way forward for yourself and based on what you need, and knowing that very clearly now. Mars and the North Node are conjunct this week as well in Gemini. That energy can create a lot of impatience and sort of a little bit, for some people it can be this feeling of feeling tired of not making a decision around something. So if you've been lingering around making a decision, you can find that from Thursday to Sunday this week, you do make a decision about something that's been bothering you, or that you've tried to sort of go with the flow on. You may feel more like the need for a sudden decision, sudden release, or a transition, because the impatience and the desire to take action will be building up. For some people it can be the sense of impatience around a decision building up, and then Thursday to Sunday you could make a decision. But again, that's not going to be for everybody, but it's the influence in the collective at this moment with Mars and the North Node conjunct. So very strong energy of new beginnings, mostly influencing this week for the fire signs, anyone that has anything between 0 to 7 degrees of a fire sign, especially Aries. If your sun, moon or rising is 0 to 7 degrees of a fire sign, you're going to feel quite stimulated in a positive way with these energies of change. And it's a feeling of it's time to grow now, it's time to sort of move forward with things, and it's time to listen to your gut instinct rather than kind of feeling too on the fence about things, or you know, again, I'd say it depends on your personal chart, but just in general, the influence this week is of, okay, it's time to focus. You know, Aries does very well. This energy does very well when you actually focus, and, you know, you kind of really narrow in that way, and just almost like in a single-minded way decide, okay, I'm going to move forward for myself here because this is what I want, this is what I need, and so that you can experience new growth, because this energy this week doesn't really tolerate too well stagnation. So I'll just say that. So a lot of people may have this week just natural things that come to an end, in the sense of, like, you know, there could be a change in a job that just happens. It could be certain things where you yourself take the reins and push forward. So it can be either or, but it's a very strong energy this week. Also, people are very fired up. You know, this energy does fire people up, and it's just interesting. I just happened to notice this morning that in the last day or so since the sun went into Aries, there's like a whole lot of protests going on, and I was like, oh, okay, that's definitely got to do with that. It's also the Mars conjunct the North Node, making people very impatient, very restless, and it's kind of a pinnacle point where it's like, if you've been in a situation that's been going on for a long time that you've really had your fill over, you know, you may feel like now it's time to make change, now it's time to do something about it. All right, so let's look at the different elements for this week. So for the reading, obviously, if you watch regularly, you know that I do the elements based on your sun, moon, or rising. So you could pick a couple if you want to. Probably better to go with sun or rising, but it is up to you. So I'm going to do the fire signs first. Okay, so I've got one tarot card and one message from the animal oracle. So, and I'm also going to use the Astro dice as well. Okay, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is below. So we're looking at fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sag. You guys have the Magician is the first card. This is the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of this tarot deck. I'll think of it later if it comes to me. Sorry guys, I'm having a mental blank. I haven't used it for a long time. Anyway, you have the Magician, which is mercurial energy, which is interesting actually, because especially for Aries, because your ruler Mars is in Mercury ruled Gemini at the moment, and that could be triggering you guys obviously as well, to make a decision, for the Aries people in particular, about something, or to have a new beginning. There is a new beginning energy around you. For others, for, you know, Leo and Sagittarius, this energy, and even for Aries, this energy here with the Magician is talking about using your skills and abilities to move your life forward, and to have the confidence to know that you can push forward with something that you need to. You know, it's all about courage and not letting yourself stay stagnant. Chameleon, stay in the background. That's the opposite message. And adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Wow, so interesting. We seem to have on the surface a bit of a contrary message here, with the Chameleon saying to, okay, you know, just hang back a little bit in regards to something. What I am getting here, actually, there's a very interesting message coming through. It's funny how they seem very contrary, but then the deeper message just was filtered through to me just then. What I'm getting here is an overall message for the fire signs. Yes, know that you have the confidence to make the change, but don't be loud about it. That's what I'm getting. So again, these are very general messages. I always say that. So take things, you know, how they make sense for you, obviously. But what I'm getting here is you are sensing that you're on the brink of change, fire signs, this week, about something important. There might be a change of job, there may be a change of something, perspective, but I feel like it's more in the practical, real sense. And it's saying keep it close to your chest, what you're doing, what you're working on. Don't be too loud about or too vocal or too overly expressive about the changes that you're going to make. This is saying keep things on the down low until you're ready to make the change. Okay, so obviously you may need to communicate with certain people who are helping you, or if you're in a situation where, say, you've got to change jobs but you don't want to let your employer know that you're doing other interviews, or if you're in a relationship that you're looking at leaving or changing, maybe you don't feel that you feel safe to tell that person that, you know, this is what I'm planning, and you're saving money, or you're trying to organize things behind the scenes. With the Magician, who's very clever here, it could be so many other situations, but those are just what popped into my head. Let's have a look at the Astro dice for the fire signs. Taurus, so something about money and stability. 11th house, friends, and Saturn. Wow, lots of energy here. I don't usually use all three of the dice, but I am this week. So Saturn, 11th house, interesting. So what I'm getting here is confiding in one trusted person for the fire signs this week. So there might be a Taurus person or someone who's Capricornian or Saturn type of figure, someone like a mentor or someone that you can look up to. Communication with someone who is helpful to you is a good thing. There may be new opportunities that come through for some of the fire signs with regards to work, because of the Saturn energy in the Taurus. The 11th house is like opportunities, connections, going after your dreams, friendships, and meeting new groups of people, connecting with new groups of people. So that's what I'm getting for the fire signs this week. Thanks for watching, you guys. And now I'm going to go to the air signs. So I just remembered the name of the tarot deck. It's the Llewellyn Tarot. There you go, because I couldn't remember it before. So using the Llewellyn Tarot for the air signs for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Whoa, they're all falling everywhere. No, come back. A lot of energy for the air signs, which does not surprise me because of that Mars in Gemini conjunct the North Node. It's a very intense energy. It's a very restless energy. I definitely want to say, you know, for the air signs for Gemini specifically, you guys are really moving forward in your life at this time. You're really feeling pushed forward by circumstances, and anything that hasn't worked out, you're like, you know what, I need to move forward now. That's the Geminis. But let's see generally what's coming through for all the air signs this week. Okay, what have we got here? Yeah, the Eight of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you guys are tired of feeling trapped. You're tired of feeling stuck in a situation that is not allowing you to grow. Okay, so there's this energy here of it's almost like mentally feeling quite trapped, feeling like you can't breathe, feeling smothered. It feels like it's a karmic situation. Could have been a relationship, could have been a karmic connection with somebody. Let's see what else. Get support from trusted group of like-minded friends. Interesting, because the fire signs had some kind of similar message about leaning on a mentor or confiding in one person. So, okay, that's interesting. Let me just get the Astro dice for you guys as well. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for this week. Saturn, Gemini, and the 8th house. Ooh, very karmic energy. Gemini comes up here again. So I do feel this, once again, there's a strong energy here with Gemini. Saturn and the 8th house can be very confining, which relates to this card, the Eight of Swords, where you feel trapped. But you know what the thing is? With this card, the Eight of Swords, if you know tarot, you know that that card usually shows that the woman that is restrained here and blindfolded actually has her hands free, that she could actually untie herself if she really wanted to. But it's a very psychological trap that she's in. You know, the swords representing air, the element of air, which represents the mental plane and the mind. So this is something where it's very mental, where you feel like it's in your head. You know, you think about it a lot. So for the air signs, it could be something that you feel trapped by. You could, if you're not a Gemini, you could be dealing with someone that has Gemini energy, or you could just be in some kind of duality in thinking. And the Saturn energy that came through here is talking about karmic situations. But here we have seek out somebody that you can confide in, somebody that you can talk to, who will help you feel better about things or help you get some perspective. And it's really important, I feel, to come out of some kind of, there might be a bit of denial, there might be a bit of not wanting to deal with the reality of change, feeling like it's easier to almost be smothered and trapped rather than just take a chance. But I feel like the energy around you this week is, if you are in that type of situation where you do feel that energy in your life, it feels like it's time to move forward now. It's time to, you know, get support if you need it, and look at the reality of your situation right now. And are you happy in that situation? Do you need to move on from a relationship, move on from a situation that has you feeling confined? Air signs. Could be a friendship, you know, it could be a family relationship. It could be somebody that's just having you feel, giving you that feeling of feeling smothered or held back or controlled, you know. So that's what I'm getting for the air signs. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. All right, so next is the water signs. So water signs, so obviously this is for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Wow, you guys have the Ten of Cups. That's a beautiful card. Happiness card. Gorgeous. All right, let's see what else. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Interesting. Okay, and let's look at the Astro dice to get a bit more information. So you have 7th house, which is relationships. Interesting, because that comes up here with the 10 of Cups. And you have Virgo, which is helping others, being of service, looking after somebody. Health issues, or somebody that's close to you that has a health concern or a health problem that you're maybe helping them with. And you have Uranus, which is the unexpected, bit of a wild card influence in a sense with Uranus, where the unexpected can happen this week. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, so don't think that. You know, Uranus is the planet of the unpredictable. It can be neutral in the sense that it's not necessarily an energy that's negative or positive. It just creates change and unpredictable events. Those unpredictable events can be good. And considering you have the 10 of Cups, I'd say it's more likely good for the water signs this week. So that's nice. And this is a very powerful energy here. And what I am getting as an overall message for the water signs, separate to the other bits that came through with the Astro Dice, is, you know, you can actually get to a beautiful place in your life in regards to fulfillment emotionally and in your relationships and in love, but it's like you need to believe in it. You need to maintain your personal dignity and know that you deserve to be treated with respect, you know, that you don't have to accept less, and not to put up with things that, you know, you don't feel are honoring to your soul. That's what I'm feeling very strongly, because this energy is saying you can get to this beautiful energy here of happiness, fulfillment, feeling true love, feeling a deeper soul connection, a deeper, more fulfilling love. Beautiful. Okay, thanks water signs. And the earth signs, lucky last, fellow Tauruses like myself, and Virgo and Capricorn. Okay, what are the energies for the earth signs this week? Oh, flipping card. What is that? Oh, it's a 6 of Cups, one of those lovely cards. Okay, so someone from the past or someone that you have a lovely soul bond with could be surfacing this week or communicating with you this week. You may be thinking about a relationship from your past, or somebody that you have like a bit of a warm and fuzzy connection with. You have blue heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. And I also heard despite any influence from others. I also just heard that clairaudiently. So that's a pretty interesting message. So there's someone where you have a connection with, you know, it could be a romantic relationship, someone that you have a past life connection with, or a strong, just a lovely bond with really here that shows up with the 6 of Cups of past life energy. There's an innocence about it. There's a, you know, you feel a sense of purity about the connection. But it is asking you here to really listen to your intuition at this time. You know, there may be someone around you who's suggesting something to you, or who wants to sort of pull you towards something or influence you in some way. But it's really important this week, earth signs, that you maintain your sense of what feels right for you despite judgment, disapproval, coercion, you know, anything like that. So it might not even be obvious. It could be a subtle thing for some people, or it might be more like maybe someone wants you to, you know, to visit their home and you just don't feel comfortable, you know, and you need to sort of have boundaries and just honor what you feel intuitively, regardless of what they're trying to sort of push you towards. Something along those lines, you know. It could be completely different to that, but it has sort of that vibe to it, like someone trying to suggest something or influence you in some way, but you need to know what's right for you this week. Okay, let's see what the Astro Dice say. Venus in Taurus. Interesting. So we have Venus in Taurus, very earthy energies there. So maybe someone watching has Venus in Taurus, or you might know someone that has that. The 4th house of your deeper emotions and your instinct. Listen to your intuition this week. Stay grounded in yourself with Venus in Taurus. Focus on what's really important to you in a very practical and earthy level this week for the earth signs. Some may be even looking at moving home, or looking at a new home situation, or improvements in the home, beautifying the home, something along those lines, or doing creative stuff at home. But others, it's an energy of wanting to feel very grounded in your stability this week, wanting to feel very calm in your home life and very centered and just in your own zone, doing your own thing. You know, that's the energy I'm getting. So that was the reading this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I wish everyone a beautiful week, and if you'd like to book a private reading, please go to the link below, and have a great week. Thanks, guys. Bye.